In the quiet town of Elmsworth, a young man named Thomas lived in a small cottage with ivy climbing its walls like the lingering shadows of his unspoken love. Thomas was a peculiar lad, often disappearing into the vast meadows with a notebook clutched under his arm, filling pages with words of a love he could never express aloud. He had been enamored by Emily for years, a spirited girl with eyes that sparkled like the stars above the countryside. She was the kind of girl whose laughter could light the dimmest day, and Thomas adored her from afar, crafting poems about her brilliance. But Emily, oblivious to Thomas's devoted gaze, was caught in her own world, surrounded by friends and admirers, none of whom knew the turmoil of Thomas's heart. Thomas often sat by the old oak tree, where they first met, conjuring conversations that never happened and confessions that never left his lips. But silence became his prison. Emily, unaware of his affections, continued her life as if Thomas was just part of the scenery of her everyday life. One evening, in the summer when the sky blazed with fiery hues, Emily appeared at the oak tree with tears in her eyes. Her usual cheer was gone, replaced by a sorrow that dwelled deep within. Her friend, someone she had trusted dearly, had betrayed her, leaving her with a broken heart, unaware that Thomas's heart had broken too many times in silence. She sat beside him, her tears falling onto the grass. Unfamiliar with comfort, Thomas felt his heart clench at her pain. Yet words failed him. How could he offer solace when his own feelings remained unspoken? The weeks passed. Emily, lost in her despair, could not see Thomas with eyes anew. Standing on a fragile precipice of emotion, she couldn't find her footing. Despite his quiet presence, despite the words he scripted tirelessly, she never knew that another heart yearned for her happiness. One fateful day, an unrelenting storm swept through Elmsworth, the wind howling past anguished cries hidden away. It was that very night that Emily, trapped in her own solitude, chose to leave the world far behind. Thomas, finding her note of goodbye too late, was consumed by a silence deeper than any he had known. It was a sad story of love unvoiced and sorrow unshared, as he sat by the old oak tree, his notebook closed forever.